Good morning and good evening. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming into my live stream every Friday Eastern time and Saturday morning in the Philippine time. And we have here, of course, my mama is here. Good morning, mama. I love you. Thank you for always coming into my live stream. Hello, everybody. Oh, hi, Joy. I saw my friend there, my former office mate. She is watching right now. Thank you very much for coming. And she is in my live stream in my Facebook. Yes, hello, everybody. Hello to everyone in my live stream in Facebook and in my YouTube. All right. So I am going to welcome back my subscribers. And do you know that we are growing? And our subscribers is actually 709 subscribers already. Yes. And who is here now? Okay. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. And anyway, so again, welcome back to my 709 subscribers and counting. So, thank you for visiting and joining with me from my premiere last time because I wasn't able to do a live stream, and premiere, that was my first premiere, and I was so happy for everybody that that is coming. And also, if you are new to my channel is about a support group for parenting and social emotional learning for children, especially for children that has anxiety. That is my advocacy. Also, we are going to be talking about books that will help us understand the social emotional learning of our children. And thank you, Langga, Bisaya Taday is coming. Unahan kita, Langga. Thank you very much for coming into my live stream. And if you are interested in my Friday, Saturday live stream, this is almost every week, consider subscribing. And also, if we have a new segment in our live stream. Our segment is share your inspiring stories at paangat. So you can promote your social media channel, business or services if you wanted to share your inspiring story. And if you wanted to share your inspiring story with us, just type my story so I could give a guest link just for you. Nice, Langga. Finally, you have time to do live stream. Yes. Kulba sa first time, but karon murag okay na siya. Salamat kayo, Bisaya Taday, for always supporting me. I so love you. Okay, and because of you, you are inspiring. So, nag-live stream na ko. Okay, so, hindi lang po tayo nagpapalitan ng mga ideas dito po. I would love to hear your inspiring stories. So, this live stream is made especially for you and to my community subscribers from my YouTube and my Facebook. So, we are going to talk about your story. What are the inspiring story that you're going to share? What was the problem that you went through and how did you solve the problem? And the last would be, what advice can you share to people, especially if they are dealing with the same problem? Hello, my sister Leia is here. Thank you for coming. And so if you wanted to share, if you wanted to promote your channel, just type in my story so I could share my guest link for you later. This is after the live brainstorming. All right. So we are going to move on to our next one, and this is for our inspiring comments. So this channel aims to bring awareness and inspiration, and because of these inspiring comments, I will try my best to improve. And this comes from Twenty Misheng. It is so very inspiring. Keep on inspiring others. Nice content, Langga. Thank you very much, Bisaya Taday. And from Richida Network, truly a garden of blessings. Thank you very much. Hobby Duties, very helpful tips. This channel po is awesome. More blogs po, madam. I sure will. Sure will. And another inspiring comments we have from Anak ni Bora. Truly a garden of blessings. Keep blogging and keep sharing it to everyone. Keep safe always, new friend. Thank you very much for subscribing into my channel too. She's also one of my new subscriber. Welcome to my community. And something about Che, parents will always have a role in their child's studies. It may be distance learning or in school. Great information about distance learning. Thank you very much. And it is really true that whether the modality is face-to-face or distance learning, parents will always have a role in the child's learning. And the more the parents get involved, the more the child gets successful in their learning, right? Okay, and we are going to move on. Do you know that I also have inspiring comments? We still have another inspiring comments from our YouTube, and this is from Maybe Diz. I'm sorry if I butcher your name, but this is Mavi Diz. This is very informative video. Would love to see more of your content. Salamat. I will sure will. And we have another inspiring comment, and this is from my Facebook. This is from Chirel and Roselet. I am trying to really what you call the one, cover the real name, because I know my friends in Facebook, most of them are private, so I do not like to, I respect their privacy. So Chirel says, wow, I just keep watching lang kay dili ko ka-subscribe, dili man recognize akong email. That is okay because I'm always live in Facebook. And Rosalit, go te, thanks for inspiring children and parents as well. Thank you very much. And because of these inspiring comments, this makes me trying my best. Okay? And we have Ate Mismo Vlogs. Hi, host Dan Tamsak. Salamat po. And thank you for coming. She's one of one of those people who always come by. Thank you very much, Bisaya Taday Ate Mo. So you are I really appreciate your presence all the time, because it's hard to get views, right? Especially if you're just starting, but let's just keep on going and going, right? Okay, so we have, now we are going to, of course, welcome our new subscriber. Shout out every Friday. I will always have a community shout out for my new subscribers. And it's gonna be a long name because long name. These are long names because last Friday I wasn't able to make a live stream, right? So langga biji lang ko kay maligo sa ako. Yeah, all right. Salamat sa pabijik. So, welcome to the community subscribers that we have. Batang Oliras TV, Kinabuhing America Vlog, Granny Ami TV, JR Pagaraw TV, Rosaline Escala Canaway, that's my Vay official, Joe Mar Labong, Hobby Duties, and the next group is where it is. Okay, support ni Handum Creative. Glenn Tally Sai shout out. She was my classmate in high school, and it's nice that with Facebook and my live streaming we met, and I really appreciate that you subscribed in my channel. Thank you very much for the trust. And of course, Ate Len, buhay ka sambahay. We have Norapol channel. Then we have Davi Gandara. We have Inahan Life, Annie Pega 1, all about handicrafts, Nix Akong, Aling Joe, Arlan Homestead, Chef Nelbor's Vlogs, Daryl Ung, Beard. I'm sorry. Maria Marcel reality show. I love your laugh and your smile. Makes me green too. Okay, Christy Lavares, DJ Lowy TV, Vanessa Marie Landero, Inday Mix Videos, Lucky Bella, Vicente Macapagal, Nikuro Vlog, and Shine Mix TV, IB Channel, Joe Mitch Vlog, and all all new subscribers who chose to make their profile private. Thank you very much for coming and also for trusting into my channel po. Salamat sa lahat. All right. And we are going to check on our next one. I am actually depending on my PowerPoint because I'm not a spontaneous person. I mean, really, I can talk almost everything, but without my PowerPoint, I will be talking about this and that and this and that, and my viewers will have a hard time checking on what am I talking about, right? So it's always nice to have something that a pathway that you're going to talk about, right? And we are going to move on. So this is our week. Okay, so last time, we were talking about parents serve as a paraprofessional educator in distance learning. That was my first week, right? So I really like to give thanks to those people who have their input for that one. And actually that brainstorming was, I was able to make a really nice, for me, I do not know for everybody, but for me, I was able to make a video on parents rule on the modular distance learning, and that is because of you, my viewers. And this week we are week 3 now, because last time that was my premiere. We are going to talk about parents awareness, the things that we need to prepare as we enter the new normal of the school opening. And I think there in the Philippines, your opening is August 24. Am I right? August 24 ba? Ate mismo vlogs. Wow, nice. Thank you very much. Okay, so we are going to talk about it, and I would really love if you wanted to share your inputs about what do you think would be the other our viewers, aside from you in my chat room. You are my guest and you are my input makers there. So what are the things that we need to prepare as we enter the new normal, right? Next week some schools are already opening. I think some people already got into online teaching, di ba? So that is what are we going to talk about today. And of course, after this, August 22, 2020 Philippine time, we are going to talk about how can we support each other. Grazel Kumaingking Velia Rosa is watching. Hello! She's my classmate from my DPE. Okay, so I mean according to DepEd, yes. Okay, so I have an input here. So October 6th, school opening from DepEd. All right, so that's nice information from my sister. That is what she says. So, October 6th, school opening from DepEd. All right. So, it's not August 24, right? So, it's already October 6th school opening. Actually, here in our county in Virginia, instead of starting August 18, we're actually starting on September 1 for the blended modality. We're going to be talking about what is blended modality and what is 100% online distance learning modality, and what is what is a modular distance learning. So this is like, from what I understand, there are like three of them. Grisel Kumaingking, I would love to hear from you because she is also a teacher. She's from my Facebook. Okay, so that's what yeah, nawala ko. Okay, so anyway, so how can we support? That is gonna be April 22, 2020 Philippine time. And hi Glency, hello. I have somebody there in my Facebook. They are watching. Thank you very much for watching. So we are going to move on, right? So how can we support each other emotionally and mentally on balancing other responsibility while being a teaching assistant to our children with studying? So that is gonna be next week. Okay, and the best thing of it, because I'm going to be talking with Live Talk with Mommy and On the Go Part 2. And that's going to be adjustment of working moms. Because it's not like, this is not, hi, hi, thank you for coming. And hi, Glenn, hi. Okay, so we are not only going to be talking about as parents, we're gonna be including about the working parents as well, and that's gonna be next week, right? Because this is a new normal, right? So and then at the end of the month, we're going to do how can we minimize that emotional friction when dealing with behavior while leading our children to learn. And this is I think this is not this is not only my issue, right? It is an issue for everybody. So it would be best if we're going to brainstorm what can we do to minimize the friction. And I would love to share my experience with you too, because I did a child study in James Madison University in Virginia, and I would love to share with you what are the behavioral studies that I learned, and also from experiencing with my own children. All right. So, and we are going to do the next one. Okay, so now we are going to have topic of the week. These are parents awareness, right? Parents awareness, things that we need to prepare as we enter the new normal of the opening. Now, as I've said a while ago, there are three type of common distance learning from what I understand. And this is what we call, or these are what we call the blended hybrid learning, modular distance, or online distance learning. And from my previous video, if you were able to watch it, I was able to talk about the different types of distance learning, right? And ano po ba yung bagay sa sitwasyon ng every family, because every family has different kind of situation. So there are different kinds of distance learning from my video before, and because it was a couple of weeks ago, I would like to give you the meaning of it, and that is first blended or hybrid. Okay, so blended or hybrid is the synchronous or asynchronous. When we say synchronous, it's a unified learning, right? Asynchronous is the opposite, and it is fixed time. So there is like fixed time, like you submit it in a deadline. Am I right, Mom? Who is Mom Grisel? Am I right? Okay, so we have so some learning happens online, where in some cases the student has control over the path and the pace at which they engage with content. Some learning happens in an instructor-led classroom. So for example, what I experienced, I am a distance learner myself. With JMU, I took a hybrid class in JMU. Whenever I did my child study, it would be all the modules and all the assignment would be in Canvas. So that's online. But there are things, if we discuss cases of the child, then that's the time that it was an instructor-led base. So it's blended or hybrid. And then the other one is the modular distance learning or learner, right? So it's asynchronous and fixed time. This involves individualized instruction that allows learners to use self-learning modules in print or digital, or yes, and whichever is applicable in the contents of the learner and other learning resources like learners' materials, textbooks, activity sheets, study guides, and other materials, right? Okay, and now this one is online distance learning. This is synchronous and fixed time. This is actually my children are on distance learning modular of kind of thing. I actually met with the student of my children, and we have a special a special type of a package for my children, because as I've said a while ago, it not a while ago, but couple of weeks, right? That teacher this time, the more the teacher and the parent collaborate, the more the children will strive in this new normal. Okay, so that is online distance learning, and it is synchronous and fixed time. Everything through internet. The teacher and modules are accessed online, right? So with regards what I've said, my children have modular online distance learning. So part of it, the teacher will give me modules, the print. Okay, they are going to send it to me, or I am going to pick it up and then send it back to them every weekend. And sometimes there are going to be activity online that I have to log in to a Canvas, and then we're going to do it together. So it's kind of like that, because I have a 4-year-old going to 5-year-old child on September, and it is kind of like, the younger the child, it is gonna be difficult for the child to always stay in front of the internet, right? Lindsay Ordas is watching. Hello, hi po, mom. She's hello, and so it is gonna be like that. So we are trying our best as parent and teacher that for all the young ones, they should have that modular and distance learning at the same time. And also, I'm just going to share to you that with attention span with 7 years old below, it is gonna be like the age of this child is equivalent to 1 minute plus one. Say for example, my child is 4 years old, so the minimum attention span is 4 minutes plus one, so it would be 5 minutes. So if you are teaching your child, you time it. That's the reason why I have a timer. This one here, this is very important for you, for moms who are teaching or assisting their kids 7 years old below. They should have a timer. So if you have like 5 years old below, that would be 5 minutes only. After 5 minutes, give it a break or transition to a different kind of activity, and then go back to your original something, so that you won't have this what we call power struggle. Okay, and I am also experiencing that one. So if you are experiencing that power struggle right now, you are not alone. Okay, so now this is our brainstorming. Our brainstorming begins right now. Now the first question, okay, I am going to write down key points, and I would really really love to know from your end, your input, so I could write it down here. I'm going to transfer it to my regular something here, so I can write it down. Okay, let's see it here. All right. So the first question, how do we prepare for these modalities as a parent? Now, I experienced, nalobat ko lang ga, we transfer ta ka sa Lapi. Thank you very much. Okay. So, I homeschool my children in the preschool years of my children. So I feel like distance learning is kind of homeschooling. However, the curriculum that you are using is the curriculum from the school. So I say in my question here that if we prepare modalities as a parent during our distance learning, we have to have an open communication to your children, okay? always start with open communication. Open to your child. What are the school updates going to be, and what are the expectation to be done while learning at home at papaano po. So, say I'm going to write down my input here. Okay. It seems like I am asking the question and I'm answering it my own. Alright. Okay. Cherry Ann Manuel. Good morning po, Ma'am Leonie. BG Nalanga. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming into my live stream. So, Cherry Ann Manuel, we are now in the brainstorming activity. And then our first question is, how do we prepare for modalities, as parents? And in my input is that we should communicate to our child. Say, for example, I am telling my children has we have a distance learning and modular. Okay, so that then the child would say, what is modular, mommy? What is distance learning? So I am trying to tell them that these are the things that we are going to do together, right? And my professor in behavioral studies for children told me that when you approach a child, always say that it is for us. We are going to journey and solve it together. Because if you are acting like you are trying to push the child because that is his duty, and that your duty is only to supervise him if he's wrong or not, then you are putting an anxiety to the child. And with it is probably okay with a normal setting, but with this type of setting that we are doing distance, and we are doing more than before, then it will be more of a power struggle. So always make sure to tell your child in advance. And for moms who are having kids that are really really young, like 5 4 years old, you use pictures. When I was working with children with autism and other behavioral issues in Head Start, we use pictures to let nonverbal kids understand the expectation. Okay, if they know in pictures what the expectations are, then they will understand. Okay, so now this time we're going to sit, we're going to write, we do not eat. Because some kids, especially 4 years old below, if they easily, because as I've said, their attention span is only 5 minutes plus one if they're 5 years old. So if you have like 3 years old child, the attention span is 3 minutes plus one, so 4 minutes. So after 4 minutes, hindi pa yan nagsisimula, kumakain na yan, mag-aas na yan ng snacks. And it happened in Head Start. In some of, because I work as a preschool teacher before, it's always happened. Oh, Miss Leonie, I want to eat, I want my cereal now. So ganyan. So you have to really make sure that what is expected to your child, right? So okay, so you have to communicate, right, the expectation, the setting. Any input from there in my chat room? We transfer. Yes. From my Facebook, I have okay. Okay. So we are going to communicate the setting and the behavior. Okay. And for those people out there that cannot stay longer, because I do understand that as moms and parents out there, we are busy, right? I am going to make another video, a really short video, around 7 to 10 minutes only, to sum up what we are going to do with this. But with those people who are still here, I really appreciate your inputs, right? So anyway, setting the behavior, and we call it academic expectation, right? Academic expectation. Okay. Now, with how do we prepare? We give ourselves time to plan with our family members who are who will be helping you or me with teaching assistance, especially when we are working, right? We are going to cover this more and more next time with Mommy Ann on the go, because she's a working mom and she's a teacher in Maryland public school system, and she's a special educator. So I hope you can be with us next Friday with that too. So when we are going to do with this, if we are working, we uh, some people does not know that I am a substitute teacher for four elementary school in the city, and then one school in the county. So I have five. Sometimes I have two school in one day, one in the morning, and then I go into the other school. I will drive about 30 to 40 minutes to the other side. So, but they say that, oh, it's okay with you because you are not working, because I do not really tell everybody that I am a substitute teacher at the same time. So what happened is, when I am working, my husband, because those times we are homeschooling at the same time, and I am working and he is doing his farm activity. So if I am called to do a teaching, we have to talk about things. We have to schedule uh, his activity and my activity. And for moms there, that they will have like bigger siblings, like if you have a college kid student, they can teach their younger sibling. You can also talk to them that, hey, we are in this together as a family. So if I am working, I want you to help me to teach your brother or your sister. And also, husbands and wife, they can talk each other too, who is going to teach like math, who is going to teach basic literacy, right? And behavior expectation. Just like me, when I am homeschooling, we take turns, which is if my husband is the one doing the homeschooling, he will do the fine motor skills to go to the shop and something like that. So it's kind of like this distance learning modality is just kind of like, oh, okay, I will just extend my homeschool. Yun lang pala, di ba? So I will just use the curriculum of the school and I will just continue homeschooling. Yun lang. So anyway, so that is one thing that I learned. Okay. So, and also, as I've said, we orient the children and let their voice be heard. Let them give inputs too. So that is one thing I learned from doing my exceptional learning studies. I have a lot of learnings that I did when I did it, because it's not more only for understanding the behavior of our children, but it's also at developing our parenting skills, right? So when we give voice, or when we request our child their inputs on the planning, this gives them responsibility, like, oh, I am included pala, I have a voice. And this is the reason why this is the second time that I am showing you the routine. Last time, my children, they usually, because my first live stream, I was showing the viewers about my child's activity. So this is the second time. It's just like this. Okay, so this is what we call it child led activity. Okay, so it's not like the child has to do everything. You have to give the option, and then you ask your child, is this okay with you? Is the circle time or the snack time? What would you like to do first? Something like that. So if the child knows that, uy, my responsibility pala ako, I have a way to choose which one. And then they will strive to be more responsible, because they have their voice has been heard, right? Okay, so that is how we prepare for modalities, right? And then we have here how to prepare our home routine for distance learning. Okay. So Okay. Now, with distance learning, you have to prepare a place to study. Okay. That study area should be away from any disturbances. Okay. So, you don't have to have a school bus like this. Okay. You only have to have a corner or a table. Actually, we have this school bus a long time ago, and when we decide to homeschool, we choose this school bus at my back, because in our school bus we do not have internet, right? So it's mainly us, that like the mama and the daddy moment time, and then the mommy and the children time in the school bus. But you don't have to have like that. You only have to have a place wherein there is no other disturbance. Now, if you are doing distance learning, move your other gadgets. That's kind of my experience, because I did Khan Academy for summer. Khan Academy is it is a free online homeschool curriculum. I have a link with that from my previous video. But I'm going to put a link of that from my next video, hopefully. So if you are interested, it is free. And my experience with it is that if you are doing an online study with your child, and you do not have a time limit, after maybe 10 minutes, that child will just roll over the floor, or maybe run around or something. And if you are not watching, it's like, where is my student? Nawala na siya. So it's something like that. And then sometimes, if you have a phone there or another gadget, after 10 minutes, iba na ang inaatupag yan. Ano na, uh, different kinds of games na yan, di ba? So it should be like away from any type of disturbance. Even with TV, dapat walang TV, walang any other form of noise that will take it away from their learning, okay? And I will show you how to make your children ready in the future. Okay, because that's what I do. There is a ritual on how to make a child ready for school, and I really like to share it to you when we are doing our topics. There's always a right topic of everything, right? Okay, so all right now. So if you have a prepare you already prepare a place to study and a study area away from disturbance, right? So we also have here question number 3: materials needed at home. Okay, so what are the materials needed at home? You don't have to really buy a fancy stuff, right? You only have to things you have at home, like pencils. Of course, there's pencils. I'm gonna write it down. Pencils, erasers. From my experience, you have to have a this is my experience from homeschooling. And because as what I've said, distance learning is actually an extension of distance of homeschooling. Is just that I am just using the curriculum of the school. So this one is very important, this one. Or you can also use a packing tape. Okay, that's one trick that I learned from a teacher. She's using a packing tape. You can have folder, okay? You can use a folder, and you put packing tape on it, and then that's gonna be your whiteboard. Now, this is helpful for me when you are teaching your children concepts of math, and concepts on verbs, concepts on this, that, and who, what, and how, and why, and spelling. Okay, so if you cannot afford like this kind of thing, all you have to do is to put a packing tape of a folder, and then you can have your own whiteboard. Okay, so we have that whiteboard. And you need to also have a what else? Uh clipboard. What clipboard ba 'yun? Clipboard ba yung tawag doon? Yung yung ganito. Yung wait. Ay, this one like this. Yeah, clipboard. Yeah. Okay, so that's an example with that clipboard. Now, why do we need clipboard? So, for my experience, because when a child is bored with your worksheet, you need to make the child move. Do not let the child, oh, dyan ka lang. Dyan ka lang sa uupuan mo. Wag kang pumunta doon. Dito ka lang. It's kind of like you are trying to stress out the learner. So, what I did when we are, or I am planning to teach longer subject. And by the way, I am pertaining to a learner that is aging 8 years old below. Okay, for learners that are 8 years old below, and but for if your children is around middle school or something, they are more independent. What I'm pertaining to kids that are learning for like really really young. So you have to make your child move. That's why we have clipboard, and we also have where is my stress balls? Okay, now why do we need stress balls? Because okay, in this trying times, children are sensitive. Okay, and it is form of doing a self regulation. Okay, I will be telling you about self regulation, how to um to teach our children self-regulation in this trying time. Okay, because I am an advocate of children's anxiety, and I'm also an advocate for social and emotional learning for children. Okay, so as we go along with this journey, we will be talking about many things. Okay, and that would be September. I'll be starting talking about social emotional learning, because that is the adjustment period here, and maybe in your case there, because it is like October, diba? October there. So you will be experiencing a lot of emotional stress during the first 2 or 3 months of the school year. Am I scaring you? But really it is true. But if you were able to be patient and more caring during the stressful time, I nako, you are a successful mom and dad there over there. Okay, so anyway, stress balls and or any stress materials. You can also use something that anything that let your child move, right? And also we should repurpose our materials, because this time we have to budget. Okay, of the uncertainties of times, right? We have to know how to budget. So if you have like materials there that are expensive, you can repurpose them. I actually have a video on how to repurpose learning materials. When I was still homeschooling, I repurposed the learning materials of my daughter to my son, and actually not all learning materials are being used. So I am still going to repurpose them until it becomes pieces to pieces and it becomes really, really old. Okay. And then you can save a lot of money. But if you do not want to repurpose, you can also resell them, right? With a nice price naman, di ba? Okay. So we have that materials needed at home. Okay, so anything that you can think about. Okay, for as long as it is needed. Oh, coloring materials, right? And by the way, if you are doing distance learning, I was at the teacher of my one of the teacher there in school. I remember she said that always provide art materials in your home, especially if you're doing it in the house, and it will be like something like, okay, so we will have a break today. or this time we can color some kind of like that. It's kind of like trying to unwind the mindset or the brain, right, of the child, right? Coloring materials. Oh no, we are going to put that one. uh no, we're going to just copy and then we're going to paste it there. All right. Okay. So we have here. Okay. Now, how are we doing in our chat area? Any inputs there? Hello. Okay. All right. My viewers is a little shy. Okay. So that those are the things that we need to prepare, right? Okay. If you are, what else? Okay. So we have our routine. Okay, so we have that one. Okay. I think that's it, right? And then we're going to recap, right? We're going to recap on our today's topic, right? So, okay, now since this is a live brainstorming, and most of the topics that I am talking about to you today will be in another video that is shorter. Okay. And I'd like to recap this. And what do you think would be from Ilan Dines is watching? Hello. Thank you for watching. Okay. Thank you po. So so in our preparation, what do you think would be the title of this topic? So I think the title of this topic, what do you think? All right. What Here we are right now. We're going to do this. Okay, topic for today. Topic. The title. I'm actually talking about the title of the video. Right. Okay. So we have maybe would be how parents prepare for the distance learning modalities. What do you think about that? Okay, what do you think about that title, right? How parents prepare. My viewers from my Facebook and to my viewers from my YouTube, I will be doing a topic or a video. My upcoming video will be how parents prepare for distance learning modalities. Okay, and so expect that one coming this week, maybe maybe what Saturday? No, not Saturday. Maybe Monday or Tuesday. Within this week, I will try my best to do it this week and wrap all the things that we are talking about today. And let's see. Okay, so the content of the video, of course, the content of the video. I'm going to put that one in here. Okay. So if you see, I'm really doing this brainstorming live because I wanted to make a video about this, right? Right? So you are here, so you are trying to watch, and also I hope you would also try to do inputs. Okay, so what should be included in the video? Okay, so of course we're going to talk about routine, and then we're going to talk about what to prepare, right? What to prepare, and of course the type of communication. Okay, now communication for me is a very crucial aspect. Is that what Yeah, it is a crucial aspect in life because it can make you or break you, right? And it will tell you who you are, from where you are, and what are your background knowledge is. Okay, so what to prepare and communicate. So if you communicate better to your child and look for the nice words appropriate for his level, so it is very crucial. Okay, and I am going to tell you in the future how is communication hurt a child and mold a child, because from Dr. Phil, from what Dr. Bailey, these are well renowned psychologists, and they say that at the age 7 the personality of the child is already mostly fixed, and the only thing that will change will be what is the experience of the child, right? From the child's environment, from the child's develop emotional satisfaction, patience will change, or like tolerance will change or something like that. But the personality, if the child is strict or something, it's most likely fixed already, and it will they say that it's not mine, huh? That's what I learned from people. They said that it will affect the child's well-being, right? And that is the basic is communication, right? So that is very crucial. So anyway, that is our recap. All right. Now, we're going to do our wait, okay. So that is recap, and if you notice, okay, we are doing our okay, inspiring story na ngayon. Okay. We are doing inspiring story. Okay, now, what I notice is that I am doing my asking, and I'm doing my answering. So we are doing the inspiring stories right today. So if you in my Facebook, hello, I love you all in my Facebook and my YouTube. Okay, so if you wanted to share an inspiring story, please type my story so I could give you a link, a guest link, so you can share your inspiring story. Now, as expecting, because this is the first segment, and I think most of my my viewers are a little bit shy, so I was like, you know what, I'm thinking this is my first segment, I would just do my inspiring story. Actually, my thinking was that it should be an inspiring story every week, right? But I'm not expecting that this month somebody would share, but I'm hoping that there will be somebody in my chat room, in my Facebook, that they want to share their inspiring story, and just click my story, not click but type my story, right? So okay, let's have this one. Okay, I'm going to wait for a little bit. Okay, maybe 2 minutes. Okay, maybe somebody would be brave enough to share with us their inspiring story. And then we could also promote your business or promote your channel, right? So we have here, before I start my own inspiring story, I'll be waiting for others, right? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to my Facebook watchers who are uh, taking their time to visit just a little bit, right? Showing and saying hi. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Even if it's just 5 minute only, or 3 or 2 minute, anytime that you share with me, I really appreciate it a lot, especially with Bisaya Taday, Cherry and Manuel, Lenzi Ordaz, Ati Mismo Vlogs, right? Okay, and of course, my mom and my sister Glenn Silency or Jazz, and who else? Gracel and Ellen Dennis. Thank you very much for dropping by, sharing your time with me today. And okay, all right. So since since yeah, shy. Talagang shy sila. Okay, so what is your inspiring story about? Okay, so I'll just be talking about my inspiring story, not the whole story, because I am actually starting to write a book. And if I'm going to share to you my whole inspiring story, it's gonna be take 9 hours. So ayaw ng YouTube. I think yeah, 9 hours ba yung ano, yung longest live stream? 9 hours ba? Parang 9 hours ata yung longest live stream. Anyway, so wala na akong book na may ma-write, 'di ba? Kung lahat ng inspiring story ko ibibigay, 'di ba? So anyway, I'm writing a book. Okay. Anyway, so what is your inspiring story about? I'm going to talk about the inspiring story that I have this week. Okay. So not this week but last week. So last week we went into our appointment for our gastrointestinal for my child. By the way, my child has experienced a child anxiety, and unfortunately, lesser people know about child anxiety. If they say child anxiety, autistic ba yan? So, like that. So it's like, hindi. It's just a different kind of developmental issue, right? Some kind of like that. So, and we went there, and I was happy to know that after all the things that we went through, the gastrointestinal doctor says that he's just fine, right? We don't have any. He does not have any problem with regards to the digestive system or the intestine, so we do not go through anything, and that we just have to. Move on to the next level, and that is to wait for the occupational therapy and the speech. And then my inspiring story is also nice because my husband and I, we've been doing like we feel like we've been doing the therapy on our own because of the pandemic. Our appointment for speech and occupational therapy has been canceled and been postponed on and on. And since then, since January, when my son has been diagnosed with a certain type of anxiety, um, he has been talking more. Actually, like a year ago, he has lost his speech. That's why he needs occupational therapy, because the skills of regression was gone, and that is the reason why I took child behavior for exceptional learning with child study in James Madison University here, so that I will understand what really happened and how can I help. Okay, so for those parents out there that they think that they are hopeless because they do not know. Sometimes I notice there are parents that I saw in my Facebook and in my Twitter, like they are hopeless. Wala na, it's very difficult. Hindi namin alam magturo. Wala kaming kakayanan na magturo. I am not a therapist myself. I I am not a child behavior specialist. The only thing that I can offer is my patience and my love to my children. So if you have those things, your patience, your commitment, and your love to your children, you can do anything. Right? You can be their therapist, you can be their specialist, they can be, or you can be the specialist that they need. And then the child does not need any fancy materials. They only need shelter and love and uh, attention, right? So okay, so yeah, what was the problem you went through? Yeah, that's the one. And then how did you solve the problem? Of course, because of patience and perseverance and motivation and commitment. Yun lang ang dapat nating i-think sa ating sarili, na we are committed, to love and to improve our children, right? And what advice can you share to people, especially if they are dealing with the same problem? Um, to be honest, I do not know because I'm still dealing with a problem. What I know is to keep on going. And if you stop going, this means it's the end, right? That's how it is. I mean, really, I'm quite pretty agreeable type of a person, and I'm straight. I mean, not. Of course, I'm straight. Ano ba itong pinagsasabi ko? But anyway, so that's how it is. So, what can advise is just to be committed and just keep on loving, especially during the trying times. Just keep on loving and just find your peace. Yeah, wherever you go, find your peace because you cannot be truly happy if you are not in peace. Okay, so that's my advice. Whether you are doing anything in your life right now, especially if you're struggling, find your peace. Right, just like what I keep on saying in my ending of my videos, that when you find peace, happiness begins and blessings start to win one heart. So that's from Gardens of Blessing. So find your peace, right? So that's the advice that I can share to you, right? Okay. So what else? Okay. We have a very uh-huh. Okay. So now I have to move on. Okay. Now, let's talk about your channel, okay? Because I'm the one talking. I'm going to be talking about my channel, right? Of course, my channel is what I've said is I'm an advocate of the social emotional learning for children. I'm also an advocate for child anxiety awareness. I love to be talking about more of that in the future because, and hopefully, when things normalize, I am planning to take a certificate for life coaching. Yay! hopefully, in God's time, I love to be a life coach for teenager. Now, why teenager and children? It is because I don't know if people notice that there is an increase of child suicide, and that is because they do not have coping skills. May mga batang nagsuicide sila. It's because they cannot cope with skills kasi natatalo sila sa Fortnite, na-addict sila sa nung mga yung mga games na mga ganyan. And then the increase of child suicide is very alarming, right? Not very alarming, but alarming because growing children nowadays are more emotionally sensitive. Pagsasabihan mo lang yan, ako, there is something going on that is steaming inside, right? So that is my channel all about. And I am starting to write a book. Actually, my husband is almost done with his book, and we are trying to venture self-publishing. So hopefully, in the future, after we've been gonna be talking about all the distance learning and helping children and all these things, we will be talking about our journey to self-publishing. Yay! Okay, so what was your latest video, event, and business about? Okay, my latest video was about the rule of, or a parent's rule on modular distance learning. So I hope you are going to catch that one. Catch? Is it? Okay, so I hope you watch it. Okay, I like it because when I was checking on my stats, it was around 100, 140 something already every day. It is increasing. So as a new YouTuber, I'm not expecting too much of the viewer because I'm competing with brilliant people. I'm competing with YouTubers whose subscribers are 2,000, 3,000, 1,000. So for if my whenever my video is increasing with views every day, that is like, hey, somebody's watching, yay! But because I know in my heart that I still have a lot of improvement to do, so I do not expect too much. But with these people in my chat room, my chat room here and in my Facebook, I really appreciate your choosing to share your little time with me. Okay, so do you have a service to offer or membership perks? Not yet, but in the future. But I do not know. But really, with YouTube, I wanted to make things free because I know I'm not a certified life coach or something like that. As much as possible, I make it free, right? Okay, so what else? All right. Now, I think we are almost done with our stuff here. Okay, now. Okay, inspiring thoughts. Okay. Now, inspiring thoughts, you only fail when you stop trying, right? Just like what I've said. Did I say it? Yeah, just like what I said. That if you stop, then that's the end, right? And that is failure. So, yeah, you do not stop, especially if you're a mom. Do not stop. Okay, you are the the advocate of your child, especially if you're a mom with a special need child. Okay, do not stop. Okay, you should keep on going. You only fail when you stop trying, right? So keep on doing what you love to do as long as you bring peace and happiness to everyone. That's what is best, right? And of course, oh, you notice, no, I do not really claim things that, oh, this is what this is from me. The source is that from being searched. Okay. That is from being searched. All right. So, but this one is mine. Okay, motivational tips. Okay, motivational tips. Mind conditioning. We will be talking about mind conditioning in the future. Okay. Remember, you've got two hands. My mom said, this is my mom's. Remember, you've got two hands. One hand should clasp our Lord Jesus Christ, and let other hand be used through you. Patience, love, and commitment as inspired by the Blessed Matthew Farina. Wow, right? That's from my mama. Yes, okay. So, we have motivational tips, mind conditioning. Never think that you cannot do it. Rather, think of ways you can do around it. So, keep on going. Aja. All right. These are actually this is what politicians are doing. Yes. Yeah, so that's their mind conditioning, and it becomes my motivational tips, right? Because they do not say that they cannot do it. They would think things that are around it, right? So that's, think a little bit of a politician, so you can solve your problem, right? I remember my son. My son would never take a no for an answer because he knows that there is always a solution to every problem, right? Okay, so let us see here. Uh-huh. All right. Okay. So I think that would be our end of our live stream today. Okay. And always remember that you are enough and you are loved, and you find your peace, right? Okay, so, all right. Yay! So thank you very much for coming, and I hope to see you next Friday. We are going to be talking about working moms and their adjustment. And I'm hoping that you will be there to see Mommy Ann on the go on how she deals with adjustment as a working mom, as a teacher, and a special educator. Thank you for coming. And remember that when you find peace, happiness begins, and blessing starts to win one's heart. heart. Thank you for sharing your time with me and be blessed. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thank you, Cherry and Manuel. Mama, thank you. Bisaya Taday, Lensior Das Glensai. Thank you very much for coming. Bye-bye. Every Friday and Saturdays. Thank you.